next show we're going to be talking about is another world anime called In Another World with My Smartphone.
This has been... So did you watch the first episode of this one?
Yes.
Okay, what did you think? I want to see what you thought first.
Kind of slow.
Yeah.
The main character's okay. They're trying to copy Ren and Ram from ReZero. Not ReZero. What is it? What is that one with the...
No, I'm pretty sure you were right about that.
Oh, ReZero. Yeah, it's ReZero.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to copy Ren and Ram from ReZero. But it was interesting. I like the main guy. Like, he's not... this, like, one prediction that I had for our upcoming anime was like, everybody in the world is dumb and he's just taking advantage of the situation. But, no, he keeps a little bit to himself. He's not trying to get over on people and, like, take advantage of people. And he's really, really level-headed. Like, the person was giving him all of his powers, he's like, "Oh, thank you, that'd be really cool." And he's like, "Aren't you worried about the situation?" He's like, "Nah, I'll just deal with what I got." So it's I like him for being like that, because like that's my attitude. I'm like, well, that sucks. Well, let's make the best of the situation now. So
yeah. Well, and I mean, like, it's not just like you were saying that he's, he got these abilities, but he's still trying to figure them out. Mm-hmm. He's still trying to figure out the extent of what he can do and everything. So he's not 100% sure, but he still tries and does what he can. And it's those interesting moments that come across where, he realizes he actually can do something. He's like, "Oh, yeah, actually, sure, let's do that. Yeah, that works." It's I can see the wheels turning, and you can think that he's actually processing the information and trying to actually come up with solutions that work. So, and that I completely agree with you. I like the fact that he's level-headed, but he's a thinker.
Yeah.
He won't just. He's not overpowered to be overpowered. He's overpowered because he got these abilities, and he has the ability to reason and think outside the box and use them for the things that he's trying to do. So in that, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm all right with him. I can kind of see what you were saying before about the ReZero, the two characters, because it kind of does seem very similar in that regards.
Yeah.
But there are at least somewhat different, because I mean before in ReZero they were demons and everything, and these they're just trained a warrior and basically a mage kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So
it was like, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh, are they trying to do Ren and Ram? Because that was like, those two characters exploded across social media.
I agree.
So I guess for people who don't know what this story is about, is basically the main guy that's in the middle of the picture, he died because God in the world dropped some lightning bolts and like one of them
accidentally hit him.
Yeah, so he's like, "I'm sorry."
I love the fact that when you get introduced to that, you're literally seeing. I mean, and they probably did it because he's Japanese and everything, so they're literally sitting in the living room on typical Japanese style with like the small
tatami
table
mats
that they're all sitting on and everything. He's serving him tea, being like, "Well, here you go," And they're just, and like you said, he really does take like a calm look at everything, because even though he's explaining, well, you're dead, and this is what happened. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, I get that. You're like,
yeah. And
even he goes, he's like, "You're really calm about this." He's like, "Well, there's not really anything I can do about it. It's already done." So
yeah, you said I'm not actually dead. I'm going somewhere else. So
yeah, so I'm just like, heck yeah, this guy's all right. So, but then and at the same time, I know like the reason, like the previous fantasy anime that we had watched that did this, where the guy dies and he gets reincarnated into another world and ends up taking the goddess with him.
Yeah.
And, I guess it's nice that he actually...
Konosuba.
Yeah, Konosuba. He actually had some also forethought into this. Don't get me wrong, the guy in Konosuba did too, but it was definitely more of a comedic effect as far as that goes and what happened with that. But
freaking Aqua was a jerk. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to take you with me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like with this one, like he had some forethought, and he's like, you know what? This would work. If I had the ability to use my phone and I could still look things up and have unlimited data for that, can call, he can't call his old world, but he can actually call God for what, I don't mean, that really hasn't come up yet as far as that goes, but then like God gave, it's like, okay, well, I do that for you. I'll give you a few little bonuses too, just to get you going,
Yeah, so it was so cool.
he gave him like increased physique or kind of like that, and then
Mm-hmm.
also increased mental capacity.
Yes.
And so I was like, wow, that yeah. So it's not so much that he's overpowering him; he's just giving him an edge.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like, this world's a little rough. I'm gonna give you some supplies because you might need it.
You might need them just to get you going. So,
Yeah.
but again, it's nothing. It kind of like with Restaurant at the End to Another World. There's nothing necessarily like overly amazing about this anime as far as anything goes. It's nice, and I appreciate, I enjoy it. But you know, it's nothing like, again, it's not going to hit anyone top 10 list by all means. But it's still a good anime, and I think people should give it an opportunity. You know, just like with Restaurant Another World, there's other animes that are probably overshadowing it.
Yeah.
But you know, I'd still, for other people out there watching, I say give it a shot, see what you think about it, because it's not a bad anime by any stretch of the means.
Yeah, I one also thing that I liked about his giving bonuses and everything, other than giving him bonuses to survive in his world, when he asked for the cell phone, it's like God thought about it, and he's like, you know what, your phone uses GPS, so let me update your map to the actual world that you're in, so you can actually find your way around. And I was like, that I didn't even think about that. Like that was so, it blew my mind. I was like, dude, this God in this world is awesome.
Yeah.
So
he's actually very considerate. He actually understands that I couldn't use it otherwise. All right, yeah, you know, totally on board with that. So
yeah, trying to think, what other than him being in the world, like, did they do anything? Like he met the girls, he fought the wolves. They learned that he can use every type of magic, and then I think it ended on the first episode.
Well, and then not only can he use every type of magic, but like there's a specific type of magic. It's a personal magic.
Yeah.
And usually only one person, like the personal magic is literally only for that one person, and no one can ever teach that magic to anyone else. But he can actually learn all personal magic.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's not, he's not being overpowered, because that is an overpower ability, but he has to actually learn them. And even he has said, even though his mental capacity has been expanded, he still doesn't have enough mental capacity to be able to learn actually all of them. So he's kind of having to be picky and choosy about which ones he learns and understands. Okay. So, but still, I mean, freaking awesome. And the things that happen, like, he's literally at this point, to me, he's just trying to live his life. He's just trying to do the right thing, live his life in this world, try to figure things out, and, you know, just enjoy himself pretty much. You know what I mean? But like things that he keeps happening, it's almost like one of those coincidence things. Yeah. Because later on, he ends up coming across a carriage in distress. There was some evil mage or whatever that was summoning monsters to attack it, and they end up coming to the rescue, and end up finding out that the person they rescued was the daughter of the brother of the king. And on top of that, then he used the ability that he'd literally just learned of teleporting objects to him, small objects, because the butler, which is a close friend to the daughter, had gotten shot with an arrow, and it was wedged in there. They couldn't do the healing for it because otherwise it might cause more issues. So he ended up teleporting it out, and the other person healed right then and there. You know, and then they end up finding out, like, later on, that the wife to the brother of the king was blind from an ailment that they'd had, and they tried all sorts of healing. There was one person who had, big shocker, everyone's staring at him when he says this, personal magic that could have healed it, but he died, and no one else has that magic that they've been able to find. So then all of a sudden, all of his companions look at him, and they're like... And of course, what ends up happening, he learns about the magic and is able to heal it. So all of a sudden, he becomes in favor of the brother to the king.
Wow.
You know, and so it's just like these things that are happening. Yeah, they're kind of like random good luck windfalls in his favor kind of thing. Yeah. But it is stuff that he had to make that choice of whether or not he was going to do that. He didn't have to save the daughter as they were being attacked from the carriage outside of town, but he did. You know, and he didn't have to escort her back and then find out that the wife was stricken with an ailment that he could actually learn something from and cure. You know, so all of these, it shows, I guess, more towards his character as well. So
Yeah.
just different things. I'm like, you know what? It's not anywhere near AAA title anime or whatever, but at the same time, it's still a pretty damn good anime. So
Okay. Cool. So yeah, it looks like they're just going on random adventures. I don't know. It's like I don't not like this one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's enough for me to like continue it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's good enough to check out. It's a pretty cool average anime. There isn't anything like super amazing about it, but I don't notice any flaws in it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the characters like super considerate and everything. So and also the so far from the first episode, the more active sister, not the one that uses magic, she doesn't sound like a tsundere, where she's like, it's not like I blah blah blah. She hasn't said that yet.
I have yet to come across a point with her that I've actually seen that happen. So you're good on that regards.
Yeah, so I hope she doesn't, because that I hate. I hate that line. So yeah, so it's good. You should check it out.
Absolutely.
All right.
When the Earl found it, it appeared on an actual log cabin. So he thought he was actually walking into a residence. And it ends up being a restaurant, and he got highly confused about it. You find out he's the father and it's dad, and you're like, wait, what? I'm sorry. And they're like, and you're like, no,